Hi there everybody, it's UK independent demonstrator Halsey here from stemandstylish.stampingup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm playing with this absolutely gorgeous bear. I think he's so cute. He's from the Count on Me stamp set. So in my cards so far I've already used my little koala, my little penguin, and now I've moved on to the bear, and these three will be coming to you over the next few weeks as well because I love this set, it's so cute. And there's my bear. I've popped a little heart behind him, no matter what, I'm here for you. And I've done some light embossing on the card, and I've actually used one of our new die sets. This die set is amazing, but it's so easy to miss in the catalogue. It's called Basic Borders, and they are all border dies. This is the one I've used for this card, but you've got 6 different borders that you can choose from, and they create some amazing effects like that below there. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to put it together. First of all, I'm going to start on the background of the card. So I'm using Poppy Parade cardstock. And just move everything off my desk so I can get some cutting on. You need your trimmer. Okay, and you're going to do a base layer. So I've got 2 layers of Poppy Parade on here. So you're going to want to cut it down at 10 centimetres. Which is just under 4 inches. Okay, and cut it again at 14.25 centimetres, which is, let me just check I'm on the right bit for that, I didn't think I was, which is 5 5/8 of an inch. Okay, and that there is your base cardstock, so you just get a slight frame around the card. Okay, your next piece you want to cut at 9.5 centimetres and at 13.85 centimetres, so that it just sits nicely on top of the card like that, so you've still got a little frame around it. Okay, take the top piece, and what you want to do is you want to line your border die up, and you want to cut with just sort of a centimetre at the end, or 1/4 of an inch like that off the card, and you want to try and get the peaks at the edge like that. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up in my big shot. I'm doing it off camera purely because my big shot is a bit too big for my table, so I'm very sorry about that, but there we go. So that is it now split, and this die is actually got the stitching on both sides, so you get the stitching on the underneath and the stitching on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of Tombow, and I'm going to flip this upside down and line it up like that. Okay, and I'm actually going to line it up to that side so that all of it's over this side, because his little bear paw is going to hide that bit that doesn't quite meet it. Okay, so this bit, this bit, this bit, I'm going to put glue on all of them. And pop it onto the card. Okay, and I'm just going to let that dry. Oh, what have I done? I told you that I was going to let his foot cover this bit. How have I managed to put it over there? Let's just shuffle that along. I clearly haven't paid very much attention to what I was trying to do myself. There we go. I don't know what I was doing with that. I told you guys, didn't I? And then still stuck it in the wrong place. Right, let's chop that bit off instead. It's going to have a slightly wider gap here because I'm daft. Oh dear. Oh well. Right, so now I've got the polka dots embossing folders. So there's a 2-pack of these mini embossing folders. In this pack you get this one, and you also get squares. You want the dots. And I'm just going to lightly run this through the emboss machine. Now, because I want to do the whole card, you'll notice the whole card is done. I am going to put in the bottom first, and I'm going to leave the bordered bit outside. Okay, like that. And I'm going to feed it all the way in to the very, very edge. And I'm just going to go and run that through my big shot as well. Okay. It's very simple, this. Our mini embossing folders are great because they go through my mini machine, but if you want to use them on a big sheet of card, you can. So just once you open it up, you want to move the card down, and then you just want to move the card a little bit so you can see that it picks up the pattern. Okay, so you want to move it so it's sort of in between them. And it just sits on the edge of those dots, and you want to run that through your machine again. And that will create a continuous pattern. Because the embossing folders are obviously clear, it's so easy to see that it's in the right place, so you get your repeat pattern all the way along the card. Very simple. I'm just going to pop that to the side, and I'm going to start work on my little bear. So, actually I'm going to get a bigger piece of scrap because I've got the heart to punch out as well. Let's get him lined up. You want to ink him up with Memento because we're going to be blending, and Memento is the best ink for that. Pop him near the edge, it makes it easier for when you want to fussy cut him out. There he is. Isn't he adorable? I think he's lovely. So I'm going to grab my Poppy Parade markers so it matches the cardstock. Dark over this side and light over this side, and blending together. The heart's the easy bit to blend. There we go. For his noses, I'm going to be using the Ivory blend, and I'm literally just doing the tip of his nose. Okay, and then what I'm doing is I'm using a mixture of cinnamon cider, soft suede and crumb cake, because I've actually bled him out a little bit. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to use the dark cinnamon cider, and I'm using the bullet tip. So I'm going to come along the side of him with dark, and I'm just going around the outline. Do his toes. I'm also going to do all of the bits that are marked so that you know he's going to have some texture on him. Okay, then I'm going to use the dark soft suede, and I'm just going to run up the side of him there, circular, to just give him some emphasis on the colour. You'll notice that's a bit darker, and that's fine. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to use the light cinnamon cider to try and blend the two in together. So I'm going to use the brush tip, and I'm going to go over both colours where the join is. I love alcohol markers. I just think they look amazing. And I love that the more you go over it, the more you can see the colour spreading from one into the other. So just keep pushing this colour around. Hopefully you can see it moving under the pen. I just feel it's like a magic marker. They're brilliant. Okay, once you've got it to a standard that you're quite happy with, you then want to come in, and I'm going to come in now with my light crumb cake. This is the place for your light crumb cake. So you want to go around the edges on this side. So normally I go dark and work all my way to light. This time I've started dark and then I'm going with a light before I put in the middle blend. Okay, and I'm just going over every bit of the bear that hasn't been coloured yet, just to get some light colour going on him. I know, doesn't that look weird? But at least he's not like a completely naked bear now. Light soft suede over the top of both of these, really bleach them. Go over his little ear. And you just want to keep going circles over the top of it. Don't worry, I know he looks really odd at the moment, but this is where you're just going to keep building and building the colour up. So you're just going to run from the edge, and I'm mixing between the bullet and the brush, dependent on where I am, and you're just going to keep going over the whole thing. Okay. And then you want your dark crumb cake, and this is what's going to do the magic and bring all the colours in. So you're just going to go over the whole of that. Again, over all of the colours. Hopefully you can see that they're starting to blend over on the dark bit now. Okay, you're just going to keep pushing the colour from one into the other. Keep bleaching it. By the way, always make sure you've got some grid paper underneath, because you can see as you start layering these blends up, the paper starts getting wet, the ink colour comes through. Okay, there we go. And you're going to then just play with the light and the dark all over these sections to get it well and truly blended into each other. Okay, so sort of how I've just done his head is how you're going to want to do all of him. And I always do it in like elongated circles, but that's sort of how you're going to want to bring his colour together. Keep going until you're happy with the colour build-up that you've got. Okay, and then once you're happy with the shading that you've got on him, okay, it will carb down as well, because the colour will start to change as it dries. You just want to fussy cut him out. Gosh, my hay fever is playing havoc today, right? And every time I look down, it happened with the die cutting machine. It's now happening with the blending and fussy cutting. Oh, it's like someone's turned a tap on my nose. So I do apologise if you hear me sniffling. But I think the hay fever has been particularly bad this year. And the thing is hay fever tablets, I know they're one a day and they make me really drowsy. So I'm managing to fit in 2 a day because I'm really suffering. I'm having one as soon as I wake up and then one of an evening. So they are paced out by about 12 hours, but honestly, it's been bad this year. So I do apologise now for my snuffles. Right, round we go. And I'm cutting him actually really close to the line because I have used a big build-up of blends. Obviously, I've gone over and over and over it again. And after a while, they do start to bleed into the paper. So by cutting him directly along the lines, I've actually managed to cover up where I've gone over the lines. And I just noticed there's a little bit just by his snoz there. I don't know if you can see where I have just missed colouring him in. So I'm just going to grab that and colour him in again. Okay. Just still showing quite white up there. Okay, I'll keep going over it. Right, there we are. Then back with the card, I'm using our Scalloped Hearts. So these are a hearts duo. You get 2 punches here. You get a scalloped one and you get a straight edge one. I'm using the scalloped one for this card, and I'm using this sentiment here. No matter what, I'm here for you. So this stamp set has a few sentiments. They're all pretty cute, but this is the one that I have used. Memento ink, and I'm just going to pop that at the top of the heart. There we go. So now I'm bringing in my cardstock from earlier. There it is. And I'm going to work out where I want my bear and where I want my heart. So line them up as to how you want them. I've put it so his elbow is just at the edge of the heart. And you're going to want your dimensionals to pop that into the right space. So you can work out then where you want him. And like I said, I want his foot to just cover that little mistake down there. Okay, so that's where I want it. And that's where the sentiment is. And that bit there will be covered. So I'm just going to pop some seal there. Just a little bit, so it holds my ribbon in place. So this is a ribbon duo. I'm using a lot of duos today, actually. This is from the Playful Pets set. You get this ribbon and you get a black and white twine. The black and white twine is amazing. And it's so amazing that I've actually already used it all. So I can't show it you. But I've got it on nearly every video of mine if you go back a bit, because I love using it. And it's all gone. So once you've got your ribbon on, you can then pop this straight onto your card base, and make sure you leave that gap around the edge of that frame. And I'm popping it up on dimensionals. I'm popping a few on so that it doesn't flatten in the post. I always worry when you put cards on like this, if you put them through the postman picks them up with a load of other envelopes, is he squishing your design. So pop a few on to make sure that it stays upright. And there we go. Pop a few on the back of him. Again, I'm going to pop 3 on. I don't want him squishing either. No matter what, I'm here for you. Then I have just took a card base. And attach this onto the base. Like that. For finishing it off, I've took the ribbon, made quite a small but dainty bow, and I don't want to tell you how many times it took me to take the bow, do the bow on the other card, but hopefully this will be a one-time thing, fingers crossed. There we go. I think it took me more time to do the bow on the other card, purely because I had just, lesson for you, I had actually just put hand lotion on. So I just finished doing the washing it from lunch, popped some hand lotion on my hands, and then came in to craft. So as I was trying to do the bow, every time I did the rabbit ears, it was moving. And I think that's why it took me a million times, or that's what I'm saying. Anyway, I'm blaming it totally on the hand lotion and not on me. So I'm just going to pop the glue dot onto there, pop the bow onto the glue dot, and then to finish it off, I'm just grabbing some of these rhinestones. I'm doing the middle size, and I'm going to put them on these 3 here. just to continue sort of with the dots theme, but give it a bit of bling. And there we go. Finished card. Everything I've used today is available from www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. If you have enjoyed the card, please do give me a thumbs up, leave a comment below and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks everybody for joining me. It is the Count on Me set and the Basic Borders dies. Thanks everybody. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.